y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 9 of Scrap-O-Ween. It is Spooky Pocket Wednesday, and today I'm going to be scrapping the beginning of week 41, October 8th through the 14th last year. But actually, as you can see, I'm not doing the beginning of the week, I'm doing towards the end. I didn't have pictures earlier that week for some reason, so we're going to start with Friday. And I also have some papers picked out, a few little embellishments picked out, and a punch, so let's get started. As always, I'm going to start out by picking out the 3x4 and 4x6 cards that I need. But for this one, I decided to use some scrap papers that I have and some other little papers that I have because I really want to focus on the colors of my photos. In this particular spread, the pictures' colors are very intense, and I really want to kind of play off of those. So I had that piece of paper with all the little haunted houses on it that I had used in a previous layout where I had done some tearing and everything. So I had to kind of cut it a little bit. I had to figure it out a minute. And we all know how great I am at doing that. So I got my 4x6 out of that paper, and then I had an old doodlebug paper with some stars on it, and some of those stars are actually flocked. And the purple ones actually, so I wanted to use that because it's got the purple and the green on it. And my photos really have purple and green and blue, but I really focused on the purple and the green. Now here I'm fighting with my punch. I love this punch. I was so excited to find it, and I learned something about it. And what I learned is you really, if you're going to have it flat on the table, stand up and put all your weight on it, because you really want that to go all the way through. And that's what I was fighting with. I did not realize that I had not punched all the way down. And so I had a minute. I like to fight with my tools. I'm not sure if y'all have noticed that in my videos. I seem to fight with them a lot. We don't really get along that well for some reason, but no, once we had a conversation, I figured out, yes, you need to press all the way down, because I thought I had, but because I wasn't standing up and wasn't looking over top the punch, I didn't have it go all the way through. I wouldn't have had that problem if I'd have pressed it all the way down. So just, if you have that punch or any punch, just make sure you're pushing it all the way. And then you won't have to fight with your tools. So this is the title card for the week that I am working on. And I have these big glittery jack-o'-lanterns, and they're so cute and I love them. And I have put them behind the fence there. I love that fence punch so much. I want to use it everywhere. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it as much as I can. And I went through the die cuts, and I was looking specifically for that green one. I had seen it when I first pulled out all of the die cuts that I was planning on using for this layout. And it got hidden up underneath one of those journal spots. So I had to look for it there for a second. And it says, "Beware, there's magic in the air," which I thought was perfect for this little spread here because of the photos. We went to a house that was decorated in a neighborhood not too far from ours, and it was amazing. The stuff that they have out and how they had it lit up was just, it was wow. So yes, it was definitely magic in the air. And so I'm just getting the week 41 on there, and then the date, October 8th through the 14th. And also I picked out that little banner because it's green, and again, I really wanted to play off of the green and the purple. And I cannot forget my beloved Distress Mica stains. So that one, I think that one is the flickering candle. There's two yellows. One is more of a more bright yellow, and I tend to use the other one that's kind of more golden more. Let's see. Yeah, flickering candle. The other one is harvest moon. Harvest moon. But I had to put that on there. Now, I got this off of Facebook, and of course it says don't keep calm. It's Friday the 13th. And that got me to thinking about other superstitions that we have in our culture. And so I'm using this black cat die cut that I have here, and I'm titling this Don't Be Superstitious. And then I'm going to write about superstitions and then some not well known superstitions. And I just thought that it was a really cute thing to kind of talk about here in October during spooky season. Of course, we have the superstition about Friday the 13th, and then there's also the black cat, hence using the black cat die cut. And then, of course, walking under ladders. People tend to know those, and not stepping on cracks and things like that. But then also, did you know there is a superstition here in the United States about not singing at the dinner table? I've never heard that one, but apparently it's a thing. If you sing at the dinner table, then you are inviting evil spirits. I think somebody must have made that one up because they really didn't like hearing whoever was singing at their dinner table. But then there's also the one where you say rabbit, rabbit on the first day of the month as the first thing you say to bring good luck. I've never heard that one either. And holding your breath going by a cemetery. I vaguely think I have remember hearing about that one. But and I think I've heard about the rabbit rabbit one, but that must be new because that was not a thing when I was a kid. But I think I remember hearing my kids talk about it, or I know about like making a wish at 11:11 because I have seen them do that. But when I was a kid, that was not a thing. At least not where I grew up. And we're here in Alabama, so I don't know. I'm sure we've got our own superstitions here. I'm sure every state probably does. If you have a really interesting, well, any of them are interesting, but if you've got a superstition that's just in your family or for your state, let me know in the comments because I think those are interesting. They're just fun. I'm not superstitious, but they're fun to talk about, especially this time of year. And I just did a card there where I was prattling on about superstitions instead of telling you what I was doing, but I just put some little stickers there and a banner that says toil and trouble. And I've used, in this layout, I was able to use a lot of those clear stickers that has kind of a rainbowy holographic type sheen to them. So I'm trying to use up a lot of them because I don't usually have really dark photos that I can put those clear stickers on. Clear stickers, they're kind of irritating. When I get through with the ones I have, I don't know that I'm going to really buy anymore. I'm going to think long and hard about buying a sticker book or sticker pack that has clear stickers on it because they're really hard for me to use. But here I just have these 2 3x4 pictures of more of the house, and if you can see there on the right hand side, the window in the middle of the second floor, that actually, I'm sure it's a projection, is a guy walking by, and he's in like this like 17th or 18th century garb, and it's just really cool. I think maybe that's supposed to be Dracula. I'm not 100% sure. But I did put the spider up there because they have a ginormous spider on their house that's just to the left of that window. And then I got a little ghosty down there at the bottom because the little crypt there has a ghost in the doorway. And then you can see the moon with the crow in front of it. And all of these are projections. I really want to drive by their house in the daytime just to see how everything is set up. 'Cause, I mean, that's really interesting to me, how they set it up. Because I'm always looking for ideas for our house too. And hopefully this Saturday we're going to be able to put out all of our decorations. Because as of right now, all I have is the little skull on the door, and he's lonely. He needs Mr. Pumpkinhead and family out there with him. And the inside of my house needs all of its decorations too. And I totally messed up. I was describing this picture that I was talking about earlier with the Toil and Trouble banner. The other one, I had put some washi tape down and Spooky Night on it with jack-o'-lanterns because the creatures coming up out of the ground had jack-o'-lanterns as their heads. So I'm sorry about that. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing and stop getting off subject here. So for this card, I have this big journaling spot because I wanted to write about the house that we went to see, and it's not the 31st, you know, obviously this is, I think it's the 14th, and, so I needed to cover up the October 31st, so I have this little heart here with ghost on it, and then I've got the little cauldron there, and mostly I picked it because it's got green and purple on it, and of course the black. And I'm just going to put that there. And I guess I could have used a cauldron for our Halloween party since we've got punch and food there. But I just thought this would look really cute here and just kind of go with this theme of all this spookiness at the house. And I have the little banner there that says Eek. And I'm using these stickers here that have a purple metallic sheen to it. And I covered up that little tag hole with the jack-o'-lantern. And I've got some little ghosties I'm going to put down. And then I'm going to write about Halloween house. It's Halloween house on something street or road, and I can't think of what it is now. But I just put on here that I saw about it on Facebook. And so we all got into the truck to go and see how good it could be. Because, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, there's some decorations. And then they get there and you're like, oh, well, yeah, okay. It's cute. But these were like, wow. It was really, really awesome. And there we have it. There it is all together. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some inspiration to get scrapping some of your memories for the fall and Halloween. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.